Hello, everyone. Welcome to. I don't know why I asked it like that. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's episode.
Hey, guys.
Hey, little girls and boys. Are you ready for this week's episode of Nerd Shit Live?
Restart.
Nah, bro, it's live. That's how we do. Fuck it, we do it live. All right, so now I'm not sure what happened. We went live, and now Burke has just eked into Danny's panel, and Danny's
He's
like
encroaching.
Danny's just like, sure, man, here, take it. Like,
World War II, we know how it's gonna end.
I've hacked the name.
yo, I've been watching those oversimplified videos. All right, I know my fucking history, and this never ends well. Okay, I've seen the maps. All right.
This doesn't end well for the Dannies.
No,
It hardly
I
does.
thought you said the dandies. I was like, you know what? All right, maybe you
not
should
for them
invade.
either.
Yeah.
That's true.
All right, Burke, maybe you should invade. Go ahead, go get them. Anyway, so boys, we got some news this week. You know what I'm saying? We got some fun news.
I love news.
We got
The
literally.
loudest show in our entire history.
Is it loud? Don't scare me.
Ooh,
Okay,
careful.
so we got two things to talk about tonight before we move on to our main topic. First is day before gameplay trailer, and the second is the live action Gundam movie at Netflix. So I'll let you guys decide which one do you want to start on.
Ooh.
Let's start on days before. Or the day before.
The day before.
The day. I'm
Let's
like my
start with
grandmother
day-
getting TV show names wrong.
You gotta go
Salon
on the Amazon.
Dijon.
That Facebook.
That's like my
That
dad.
bookcase.
My dad
Right?
consistently calls The Walking Dead Walking with the Dead. Like that's how he says it too. Like
That sounds like a Nat Geo documentary
Yeah.
about like the history of burial and all that stuff.
back when I like lived with my
It's just
parents
all about
before I moved back out to college, I would watch The Walking Dead every Sunday, and I remember I like season 4 I just fell off, and I'll just never forget one time my dad comes like running like because my room was downstairs, and he looks down and he goes, "Pat, Walking with the Dead is on. Come on." Like, come on, you know what the fucking show's name is, bro. Like,
It's probably because
At
the
that
title
point-
sequence it says like The Walking Dead. So he just his vision isn't good enough to
he
see the
misread it.
yeah.
He's just adding words for his own fun.
I'm pretty sure
With
like he still says it
the
too.
Dead.
Like, I'm pretty sure he still watches it. You know what I mean?
Well, like
Poor
any
soul.
dad, after a while they just start doing that on purpose.
Dude, they
'cause know it hurts
consume
you.
anything. Like, you can put anything with like a gun, the mob, like it doesn't matter. The males that I know in my family will just eat that shit up. There's a movie called Ironclad, which is literally one of the worst movies I've seen in my life. My brother thinks it's amazing. Like, these are. Have you ever heard of
that? I'm sure that's
never
the
heard of
Crusade one, right?
Yeah, that's the Crusades one.
Yeah. Oh, it's trash.
It's fucking awful.
It's not trash.
It's so
No,
bad.
no. Does it go on the Discoveries channel or Histories?
Oh, dude, that's the other thing.
Jeez.
They fucking love the military shows, bro. My whole Netflix queue used to be nothing but Navy SEALs, SEAL Team 6, or like those weird documentaries that like Discovery does, like the hour-long specials where it's like, did Osama bin Laden escape that night? Or like, did it's like, Jesus Christ, get out of here.
My favorite is I don't understand how they continually put out more World War II content. Like there is a finite amount of things happen, and we've gone over it indefinitely.
Oh,
Well, I'm
Aliens.
gonna have to filibuster you here. I don't. They Shall Not Grow Old. Did you guys see that movie?
I did not.
Wrong
What
war,
the
buddy.
hell?
Wrong war.
Well, all right. So I know it's
Wrong
not World
kid
War II,
died.
but the fact of the matter is, it was all our archival footage that was never before seen. So there's new, like World War II is the same thing. There's new footage out there that's
Oh, man.
resurfacing.
A
and everybody's
100
gotta have their take
historians'
on it.
ears just rang after you said that. Woo! All right.
Shut this shit down right now.
Shut it down, shut it
I'm gonna
down,
get a
shut it down.
fucking email tomorrow. You watch. Hey, so we saw your show. All right. So
We'd
anyway,
love to sponsor.
what the fuck
you.
are we talking about? Oh, the day before. Yeah, the day before. Some revisionist history group. The day before. gameplay trailer. It's 13 minutes long. You can go check it out. We were gonna do a reaction, but we're not gonna waste 13 minutes of our time.
Do we want to just show like a minute of it or something like that?
I
Or
don't.
would we like to discuss?
You can just go look it up. Honestly.
Okay. All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
Um.
Also, yeah, to keep in mind the people that listen in the audio only context, we're here for you.
Oh my God, Danny!
Yeah.
I thought you were
Make you-
frozen.
Sit for 13 minutes. and
Mike
make
is your
ambient
advocate.
sound.
Yeah, true.
Actually,
I am
there's
your
zero
advocate.
there's zero dialogue. It's 13 minutes
Pro-
of footsteps and gunshots.
Probably
That's ASMR to some
there is
Yeah, we-
definitely some
What
weirdo.
it sounds like to spend a night in Jersey City.
It's the subtle sounds of Jersey City.
All right, so either way, they got the Jersey City soundtrack. They're out in the woods, and where is it? And it reminds me. All right, I just wrote down. It reminds me of The Last of Us and like Days Gone put together. That's exactly
Yeah.
what it reminds me of.
Yeah.
And I said there's a little bit of PUBG in there because it's PvP too. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And
So do you want to give me a little breakdown of the so what it is just in case anybody doesn't know about it, it's an open world MMO survival set in a deadly post-pandemic, getting a little bit
bum,
Topical.
bum.
Close to home.
post-pandemic America overrun by zombies, and then you have the whole like PvP where you're killing each other for food, weapons, etc. And it's got that whole concept of you can team up, you can do it on your own, you can just basically try and kill people.
I think
or you
there's
can
a
try and
structured.
survive.
I think there's a structured squad system. I'm not entirely
is
sure
there?
how that works, but I'm not. I don't think it's like DayZ open where it's like you can just meet somebody, or like Rust for that matter, where you can just meet somebody and start teaming. Like I think it's like you enter a lobby and then go
Interesting.
into like a server. That's what I
Yeah.
think, but we don't know any information past
Yeah.
that.
I know
They
it
haven't
says
really
wake up
talked about that
alone.
at all.
So, I mean, as everybody does. Here,
Have you guys
wakes
seen
up
the
alone.
cinematic
every
trailer
morning.
for it?
The what? I'm sorry,
No.
what?
The cinematic trailer?
Oh,
No,
no.
What
no,
did
I
you
haven't.
think I said?
the schematic.
Oh yeah.
I heard marriage.
Have you guys? Seen
Have you guys heard the
You get married.
schematic marriage trailer?
It's like Fable. It's like Fable 3, where they touted you can hold somebody's hand for like the big selling point of that game.
Either way though, that combined with what we saw here, I was just like, oh, okay, this was the game that I wanted from like The Last of Us Part 2's
Multiplayer.
multiplayer. Yeah, thank you. Where like it's just this big open world and everybody has different characters and you can log on. It's it's a bit arcadey, but it's also really tries to go a little survival with the crafting and everything. That's what I wanted to see, and it looks like, oh no, I didn't write the studio down. It looks like whoever they are, they're going for it.
It's fantastic. It's the developer and
Fan-
published
or the
by
developer,
Maitana.
yeah. But,
Okay.
Oh, those
no,
are
I
the
mean,
same people who did
especially-
Goodwill Hunting.
God damn it! I was really gonna be like, oh, what else
Yeah.
did they do? I don't know any.
I was
I don't
trying to
know
talk- I
anything
knew
else
that-
they
I could
done.
feel it coming. But
They didn't do
especially
anything
after
else
last week, I talked about how much I hate MMOs. I was looking at this. I was like, this is an MMO that I may actually want to play. It's got zombies and everything. But one thing about Fantastic was I did a little research. Apparently, they've only really launched 2 games before. They were called The Wild 8 and The Dead Dozen. And they sort of did like an early launch and then just abandoned them. Like I think they sold the property of the Wild 8 and then the Dead Dozen they just sort of gave up on and stopped upgrading
they're
or doing anything
This
for
is
it.
important information. This is very.
Yeah, no,
this actually
it
changes my
is.
outlook
It's
right now.
Super
For
small
something
before.
like this is very important, where this is a much bigger scale than anything they've done before. And so now that, all of a sudden it's like they got 2 failed projects. Now it's like, we're just going to go big on this one and hope that it hits.
Yeah, they only have like 8,000 followers on Twitter. Like they're not a large studio at all. So it'll be really interesting to see. And this game looks like a AAA game.
Is it
at
an
least
indie
from
game? Is it an indie game?
I would probably classify it as indie because they're not a a big studio.
Well, you're
right?
the indie guy, right? You're the guy I
would
go
say
to for
it's-
indie games.
I would say it's an indie game, but it looks like a AAA.
Kind of like
release.
that. You guys ever play Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice?
We were talking
Nope.
about it.
It's on Game Pass, so I would check it out. I think it's only like 6 hours long, but it's a trip. It's a God damn it! It's an indie game that they didn't spend nearly as much money or time on it So it's an indie game that looks and plays like a AAA game, but it's only about as long as an indie game. It's like 6 hours
Right,
long.
It's
It's a
game.
short experience, but it's good, and they don't charge full price for it,
Okay.
Xbox
as they
Game
should.
Pass.
Xbox Game Pass as well. Oh, that's right. The second Senua is going out is an exclusive on Game Pass. That's right. Look at that.
But anyway,
Game
this game
streaming
looks fun as
serving
hell.
exclusives.
It's so for
I'm
me,
curious as to,
like I'm a big zombie guy. Like I just love zombie mythos in general, and I've played a ton of zombie games, and none of them have really satisfied me 100%. Like 7 Days to Die, you guys know how much I love that, and there's a lot of mechanics that I do love about it, especially the zombies. I like slow moving, old fashioned zombies, where I feel like so many games these days have like the World War Z movie.
Oh,
Z-
that fucking
zombies that are
game
just
is
like
so
big
awesome.
zombies,
Have you
yeah.
guys
Like,
played
I
that
hate-
game?
No,
No,
that's on
Basically the
Game
new
Pass.
age. It's basically the
think.
new age Left 4 Dead. But keep going.
but I just hate that swarm zombie mentality, and like obviously Last of Us is a masterpiece, but it's more about the story and not so much about the gameplay that does it for me. This seems like the perfect middle ground where it actually feels like what would you do if you were in a zombie apocalypse, which is that's the experience that I want.
Mhm.
Nick, what would you do in a zombie apocalypse?
I've thought about it. I've thought about, if I were in my apartment now, I would chop up the stairs and make like a rope ladder. I thought about when I was in high school, I was like, I got the school blueprints and figured out, all right, well, the courtyard in the middle, I would grow a farm in the one side, and the other side, I'd dig a trench for, like an outhouse. And here I'd make a garage, and the side, I had it all planned out.
That's really Nick's like, I got the blueprints.
I
from my
accepted
school."
death.
Blueprint.
I
Is that
accepted death.
legal
I
to
was
get
like,
the
dude,
blueprints?
fucking take
they
it
gave
from
to
me.
I went to the library and I asked for the blueprints for the school, and they gave it to me. So
That
Son,
is
what do you
a more-
Did they ask what you needed it for? They probably gave it to you because they felt
No.
bad.
No, they
just
didn't
gave you
ask
the
me.
wrong ones.
I mean, this is before the days when there was a school shooting every single day, so it wasn't that they weren't that worried.
Holy shit. Okay.
It's
I
got
know,
heavy.
but
Got
in,
heavy.
a, in, an,
But
in an equally dark topic, my mom is like, she's like, why would you want to survive in a zombie apocalypse? She's like, that life sounds horrible. She's like, just put one in my head and we're done with it.
Wow.
Your mom's a realist. I like that.
That's
Yeah,
pretty,
I would
that is
like
true though. Like I wouldn't make it either. Like I would just be like,
No.
I think it would be fun for like 6 months, but then after that I'd be like, all right, seriously, like I'm done having proxy wars, people trying to bite me all the time. Like, come on, like just put one in my head and let's get it over
6
with.
months. I give myself like 6 days, and then I'm like, I'm the edge of the roof is looking so much better and better every single day.
I'm gonna become one of those hardened, extremely jacked people with like a big scar down his face.
that you did yourself with the intimidation factor.
I
Oh,
survived the
I was
wasteland.
picturing Channing Tatum from This Is the End, where
Yep.
just a soul, just surviving.
just a soulless piece of meat for Danny. What's his name for fuck
Danny
Danny
McBride.
Danny
Yeah.
McBride. I love that one line where he's just like, "See that ass? I slide right in there," like like that.
I love him.
All right, well, I guess we're looking
Anyway,
forward
the
to we're
game
looking
was fun.
yeah we're looking forward to it, right?
It'll be interesting how expansive the world is. I know it says it's an MMO,
Yeah.
but even for like an indie game with a small dev studio, it'll be interesting to see if they like which approach they take.
Yeah, and like how big you can make the squads, like and figure out who's going to be your Channing Tatum, who's going to be your Danny McBride, just figuring out all those little fun idiosyncrasies.
And what mini game do they use to slide right in there? Anyway, moving on. The other news topic we had for tonight was that Legendary and Netflix's live action Gundam movie is coming. Oh shit! And I mean, like, I think everybody's looking forward to it, right?
100%.
Yeah.
I don't
mean-
know anything about Gundam.
Yo.
Do you
what
like
is the-
giant robots?
Yes.
Then you'll love Gundam.
Dude? Okay, so I kind of have a complicated history with Gundam.
We used to date.
I knew you guys were gonna laugh when I said.
Solid,
I
and,
fucking knew you guys. So, let me just read you what I wrote down here. So the first thing, here's what it is. So I never watched the original like Mobile Suit Gundam. Like, and I've never seen anything from the late 70s, 80s. I've seen some stuff from the 90s, but I've like the only time I watched Gundam was when Toonami ran a season of Mobile Fighter G Gundam, and they just called it I think it was G Gundam.
G Gundam.
G Gundam on Toonami,
I think so.
where they were not pilots in the head. They had like the full body suits and like they were in the waist. I don't remember anything from that show other than like the main robots, obviously. And I remember that there's some episode where somebody gets they like somebody prongs another Gundam through the waist and kills the pilot. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? I just remember it shattering my soul at the time. But either way, though, like that's my only attachment to Gundam. But I'm down with big robots. Like, yes,
Yeah. No, go ahead, Bert.
I kind of like, I don't have a ton of like, pretty much that's the same, Pat. Like, it's like from Toonami is when I remember most of the Gundam stuff. But I almost would be like more interested in like a very high quality anime version of Gundam, like an updated one, as opposed to a live action. That's my take on it.
That's interesting, actually. I mean, especially we almost got live action Gundam with Pacific Rim.
Yeah, I mean,
which I know it's gonna piss off a lot of people to
everybody.
compare 'em, but yeah, we kind of got that.
We
know what it looks
Isn't like live action Gundam? Isn't that just what Pacific Rim is? It's Gundam.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
it's off.
Except instead of robot versus robot, it's robot versus monster.
I remember they were so upset, bro. They the Gundam people were so butthurt when they were like, they're not gonna do it. Well, the other thing I actually wanted to point out about this is that Legendary Pictures, as you know, owns the rights to Godzilla, Kong, all the other monsters. They also own the rights to Pacific Rim.
Mm-hmm.
So they've made this movie. You know, they've made this movie before. They've giant monster kaiju is them. So I honestly think it's going to go in a good direction, judging by the numbers we've seen and how it's been received by the audience and people who like these movies. You know, most importantly, people who enjoy these films. But do you think they'll do a crossover? Because that would be fucking sick if they did.
I'm gonna hope they do
crossover.
Yeah. So
especially, you know, they have much more MonsterVerse like ready to go. What a way to end the MonsterVerse in a couple of years than with Gundam.
I can see the trailer stinger right now. It's just Gypsy Danger, the one main Gundam that everybody knows, and Godzilla, and they all punch each other in the face at the same time. If I saw that, I'd be like, how do I buy tickets? Can I buy them right now?
I will pre-buy tickets for 3 separate viewings right now.
It's gonna be 4 hours long. No, I'm kidding.
It's gonna be a long.
Yeah, no, I mean, I was telling you guys earlier, like I had all like the Gundam action figures, which I watched Gundam Wing as opposed to G Gundam.
Oh, I heard of that one too. But keep going.
I forgot about that.
I watched Gundam Wing, and I mean, I remember there was one scene where one of the robots, their arm like deactivated somehow, so they ripped off the arm and they just started beating one of the other robots with that arm. And I'm thinking, I was 8 years old, and I remember saying to myself, "That's hardcore."
That is so fucking serious.
I want to see that happen, and I want to see that happen in the final episode of Falcon Winter Soldier.
Yo, we have not been diligent on making those reviews. However, you guys do know the final episode is next week, right? So you know what that means. Well, I mean, there's that, but also like we have Mortal Kombat. We'll split it because who the fuck cares about Mortal Kombat?
Yeah, what's really our priority there?
Yeah, what's for me? I'd be like, I need to see how fucking.
Do you have that? Yeah, like
yeah, exactly. Where does my allegiance? My tattoo burns. Anyway, but yeah, it looks fun. I think it'll be a good time. I mean, there's nothing on it other than the fact that they're just like, hey, we're gonna make this good.
You're gonna watch it.
I mean, what do most people remember from Gundam? Giant robots.
Now,
give us.
Why is it going just to Netflix?
That's it. We'll be happy.
Why is it going just to Netflix?
Why not?
Why is it going just to Netflix?
They got the money.
Yeah, like why isn't it going to theaters? They saw how well Godzilla vs. Kong did.
Who knows? Maybe they'll change their mind, but for right now, it's just going to Netflix.
Yeah, maybe.
I wonder if they didn't anticipate like Godzilla vs Kong doing as well as it ended up
I
doing.
kind of
and
feel
then
like they just dumped that out there. You know what I mean? And it did way better than they thought.
They definitely just kind of punted on it, and they were like, "Oh, okay, let's keep it going."
Maybe we should have actually tried. All right. So, moving on for tonight's main topic, ladies and germs. It is the X-Men versus Fantastic Four versus X-Men. What does that mean exactly? What does it mean? What does it mean? Well, I'm going to answer that question. So basically the parameters that we've set up this game, we'll call it a game, right? Is it a game? We're going to have a good time.
We approached it like a game.
We approached it like a game that we also weren't very clear on the rules of before we started playing. So everybody's got a different report.
The rules are there are no rules.
Yeah,
Well,
pretty much.
the way I saw it, my vision for it was we're each going to head, and then the other two. So Mike and Pat are doing X-Men. So Danny and I will choose whose version of the X-Men we like better, and vice versa for Fantastic Four. Also, if you'd like to chime in the audience, feel free.
Audience is the tiebreaker. If there's a tie, the audience is the tiebreaker.
You hear that, Liz? Anyway.
There's the soundtrack, the sounds of Jersey City.
There we go. So beautiful.
Shut the fuck up, bitch.
Anyway,
You go tell the
the
cops
parameters of what we have now is, so it's 2v2. So it's me and Burke. We are Team Mutants, and there is Nick and Danny, and they are Team Fantastic Four. So basically, what we have here is we each have a list of who we'd cast in those roles in our respective movies, and I guess we'll talk about story and directors. We'll try and fit that
As
in
best
there
we can.
as best we can. So let's start it off, I guess, with Marvel's first family. Am I not wrong? Well, let's start off with Fantastic Four. So I'm guess you guys are gonna lead with Reed Richards, huh? Is that what's gonna happen here?
I figured, me personally, I figured that'd be the best way to do it.
Yeah.
Danny, would you like to go first, or would you like me to go first?
Why don't you go first?
All right. So I
defer to
too,
you.
being that I don't know shit about Gundam, I used that time to make some backgrounds for myself. So to lead it off, my Reed Richards. Does anybody have any guesses for who my Reed Richards is before I pull it up?
Just get right into it.
All right. Joel
that's a good
McHale.
pick.
Very nice.
Is Reed Richards.
Very nice.
So I went through a lot of permutations of the cast. I spent way too long trying to figure this out. And it made me realize I think that actors are way younger than they are. I'm like, oh, yeah, Joel McHale, he's probably like, 35? He's 49.
He's almost 50.
He's almost 50.
He looks great.
He does look great. But he's got the little bit of gray going on. I figured he'd be a good
Salt and pepper.
And
Nick,
that kind of...
I did the exact same thing. At a certain point while I was looking, I was like, I had to Google young male actors because everybody I was thinking of was like 45.
And that is something I do not want in my search history.
Well, I mean,
when I tell you guys, I
I
did this all out of my
actors
own
under
head.
25.
All right, Danny, let's hear what you got. Hot actors in your area.
Do we want to do full cast, or should we go flip back and
No,
forth?
let's flip back and forth. So Danny,
All right,
you go up next.
Okay. I gave it some thought. I did not make a background for myself at all, but I was thinking who's a great leading man. I thought Idris Elba. He would be fantastic. Sure, he's in his 50s, but I would choose like 35-year-old Idris Elba to play
Reed
Mr.
Richards?
Fantastic. But ultimately, I felt the number one choice is John Cena. John Cena has been trying to follow The Rock's footsteps.
And that's
for so
mad
many
luxurious.
years. He's been trying to follow The Rock's footsteps to try to be that from wrestler to leading man. And he's funny. He's a funny guy. He actually is a funny person in real life. This character is not funny at all, so let's give him a chance. My original idea was, sure, John Cena could be the Thing. That's easy, simple. He's a big guy. He could work. Too simple. I didn't want to do that. I then thought, why not make John Cena the Invisible Woman, make him the Invisible Man because you can't see him, and then do an all other female cast of everybody else. But I stuck to the script. So John Cena is my Mr. Fantastic.
Wow, that was quite a trip.
I'm really hoping you have a hyper-roided rest of the cast. If John Cena I want to see, like an Andre
wait.
the Giant-esque thing.
All right,
Just
so-
you
Brooke
wait.
Hogan as the Invisible Woman. Danny, actually, Idris Elba almost made an appearance in my cast as well. I really wanted to hear his beautiful voice coming out of a rock monster.
Oh, that's true. That's a good point.
But again, like I was like, he's too old at this point. So
he's also Heimdall.
that's a good point. I tried my best to avoid actors that were already in the MCU, which is incredibly difficult.
At this point, yeah, they're pretty much
So-
the biggest employer in Hollywood, probably.
Yeah, dude, they're keeping the whole industry alive at this point. All right, so my next choice, I'll just get right into it. I have
Wait, hold on. Don't we go now?
oh no, I figured we did do me and
Yeah, I
Danny,
would-
and then we'll
I
flip
would
back
yeah,
to
I
you
go
guys.
through your-
I
yeah.
thought we were doing
Okay.
Fantastic
All right.
Four
All right.
and
Okay.
then
Okay.
X-Men.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. No, it's fine. Keep going.
So I keep wanting to call her
Goodwill Hunting.
Goodwill Hunting.
Good hunting.
The woman from Westworld.
Yeah, Evan Rachel Wood. I keep wanting to call her Brie Larson. Evan Rachel Wood from Westworld is my Sue Storm. There's no real reasoning other than she looks the part, and I love her in Westworld. I think her acting is incredible.
I stand by it.
I can get behind
Okay.
that. She looks
Yeah.
like she'll fit the part.
Yeah,
Uh,
absolutely.
Danny.
Absolutely. But she looks like she'd fit the part, Nick. That's for sure. That's for damn sure. But
There's no Rey Mysterio, but
she will not be able to top my choice for Invisible Woman, Zendaya.
Oh, Zendaya almost came into my cast.
well, again,
I-
she's also already in Spider-Man.
She wasn't.
Doesn't matter.
This
These are
fucking
nuances.
guy.
It doesn't matter. This is my dream cast. You're not going to top it. That's it. I don't even have to explain myself. She's an incredible actress, an incredible person, incredible human being, and she would make a fantastic Invisible Woman.
Is there going to be a scene of the wedding between John Cena and Zendaya? Because
So-
I want
here's
to
the thing,
see them-
I also-
I want to see them kiss.
I also have a note that I have no idea what kind of chemistry her and John Cena are going to have together, but they both seem like great people. I can't imagine why they wouldn't be able to act as a great couple together. So yeah,
How
Zendaya
tall
as
is
my
Zendaya?
Invisible Woman.
He just picks her up by her hair.
She's 5'10",
Oh, okay.
so that might
So
be kind of
it-
perfect. Yeah.
That might work. In my head, I picture her as a lot less imposing. And I was really wanting to see the wedding scene of John Cena and then Zendaya. Like,
But no, yeah, no, she's 5'10", and John Cena's like 6'3", 6'4", something like that. So it'll work.
All right, Nick.
250
Let's hear
pounds
your
of
next
muscle.
one.
Anybody here watch Shameless, the U.S. version?
Yeah, I watched like the first 4
Yeah.
seasons.
I got
That's some stories.
I got Lip as my Johnny Storm. He's a little bit of a
Okay.
hothead. He's got beautiful blue eyes, and I don't know. I just like, again, his acting is incredible, and I feel like he fits the part really well. He's a handsome guy.
That's a good pick.
That's a good one. My choice for Human Torch, Johnny Storm, was also an actor with beautiful blue eyes. Welcome back to the Marvel Universe, Tobey Maguire as the Human Torch. He is back. He is 45, and he is Zendaya's older sister.
Older
Sue
brother.
Storm.
No, he's the
Oh,
younger
sorry, older
brother.
brother,
Younger
older brother.
brother. Oh, in your
Well, no-
version, he's the
no,
older
in this
brother.
version, he's the older.
the older- he
brother.
has
In
to
this
be.
version, he's the older brother.
Okay.
I guess older half brother.
So,
But
I
yeah,
guess my question.
Welcome back, Tobey Maguire.
You know what the funny part is that like there's all this talk of him going like back for Spider-Man 4 with Sony and everything and Sam Raimi because like who knows how this, they'll try and wring every single dollar out of that franchise. So that's a possibility, right? And it's just funny to me because it makes me think of the line, the Human Torch was denied a bank loan. And I could just picture Tobey Maguire, 45 years old, all his Spider-Man, when he's trying to apply for a second mortgage. The Human Torch was really denied a bank loan. You know what I mean?
I just
Do you know
want
who I
to.
am?
Do you know who
Do
I
the
am?
fucking the emo Tobey Maguire dance, like the finger gun dance. I would love to see, but he's just on fire. And it's not special effects. They put him in one of those suits where they actually light him on fire.
And he's an alcoholic, and he like falls onto the spaceship that they take up there, and like, yeah, it'll be great.
In real life or in the movie?
No, in the movie.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I want this to be like a fall down drunk, Johnny Storm.
Okay, all right. Does anybody have a guess
Tobey Maguire.
who my thing is?
It
See,
looks like a
Steve-O.
female.
he's
Steve-O.
already technically in the Marvel universe. This is the one area where I thought I could fudge it a little bit.
No, I
Any
can't
guesses,
tell.
Pat? I want you to guess.
I
Who-
just,
Who's this blob right here?
Is it all right? Can I get a hint?
He's already in the Marvel universe.
Okay, yeah. Can I get a
kinda.
better
Can I-
hint
can I
than
get a
that? Can I get
further
like
hint?
can I get a useful hint?
He was also in The Walking Dead. He was also
Oh.
walking with the dead.
Fuck. I don't know. I'm sorry.
You got John Bernthal.
Oh yeah.
Ooh,
Okay.
the
Wait.
Punisher.
Hold the fuck up. We don't know if he's in the MCU.
He's the Punisher.
Yeah, I know, but those shows are like in and out on a whim.
That's why I said technically but
That's a
also
hard guess.
so I definitely want to see his
That's
take
a
on
hint.
Ben Grimm just being like just sullen and sad and mean all the time, but also straightforward, like all the stuff that you hated from John Bernthal in Walking Dead, where like just fucking his best friend's wife, all that good stuff.
Okay.
That classic.
That classic John Bernthal.
That's what I think when I think John Bernthal. All right, Danny, you're up.
All right. I went through a lot of different options for the Thing. I was thinking at one point Dave Bautista, and then realized nope, he's already Drax in
Now it's
Guardians of the Galaxy, so that can't work. So I thought, why not just go sheer size? We're just gonna go sheer size for this role and nothing else. And my choice is I got to look at his name because I have no idea how to pronounce it. Halfbjord Julius Bjornsson, aka the Mountain from Game of Thrones, aka the world's strongest man.
Yeah, that's a
The
good.
way I look at this, I did a little research on the Thing, and I realized that he actually, I'm just going off of my notes, he apparently is really good at like translating languages, and like he's a master linguistic apparently, and like he's a really good interpreter. The Mountain from Game of Thrones can barely speak his own native language, let alone barely speak English. So my take on the Thing is just going sheer size, no speaking lines. There's no clobbering time. It's just he runs in and smashes, and that's it.
You know what? That actually,
that's my
like,
choice.
I know, like, you're making a joke, but that actually would sound like an interesting take on the Thing.
Exactly.
He's
Just
just some fucking mute.
His
Also-
rock vocal cords don't work properly.
Oh, that
No,
is
exactly.
that just
It
rustled
saves
my
the
jimmies in
studio.
all the right ways.
It gives the studio a lot of money because they have to pay him for an on-camera speaking role.
It's true. He's just a CGI character then.
that's true. Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, boys.
They don't even
No
use
Michael
it.
Chiklis.
You got one more character in your roster, and
And what?
nothing.
And
I
what?
I had a thought like who I think that you guys should have cast on your cast, but I'll tell you guys after I see your.
All right.
right.
So
Dr. Doom, Nick.
yeah, Doctor Doom for my
Dr.
villain. I kind of wanted to really this was the character I was most interested in. I find Doctor Doom the most interesting of all 5 of these characters, and I wanted to pick an actor that I really liked, and I also kind of wanted to find somebody who kind of would be able to dig into the Romani background of Doctor Doom being from Latveria and all that. So I went with Rami Malek.
Oh,
Oh,
not
okay.
terrible idea.
Okay.
Pretty good choice.
I mean, he's just, I think he's really proven himself. Again, I was like, Rami Malek, was he like 32?
What was
he's 39
what was Rami Malek in
39.
recently where he still had his Bond teeth? I mean, his God damn it! Oh,
The
little things. Yeah, he's
Good Will
still
Hunting.
he's
I was
Good Will
about to say,
Hunting.
I was trying to get it before you could say.
Good Will Hunting.
Oh.
Yeah, Jared Leto's a fat serial killer. That's right. He still had his fucking teeth in. Well, I don't think he really had him in, but he still probably. Anyway, yeah,
But,
good choice. But Nick, I mean not Nick, Danny.
All right, guys, who was my Mr. Fantastic choice? Do you remember?
Jonathan Cena.
John Cena. Who do you think is my Doctor Doom?
Okay.
The Rock.
The Rock.
No,
The Rock as Dr.
it's Ric
Doom.
Flair.
Woo!
I could have sworn you were gonna go Macho Man Randy Savage. I could have sworn you were gonna go, but that's not who I thought you guys were gonna pick overall. I'll tell you afterwards.
Oh, okay. So I mean, The Rock The Rock is great. The Rock is not only is he
Say it
he's
a third
fun
time.
actor, but he is a really just smart person, and which apparently Doctor Doom is like the smartest human being alive apparently. So make him The Rock. However, that iron mask, I want it to just be the exact replica of the
Oh
Rock's
my
face.
god, that'd be funny.
I just want the Iron Mask to just be the Rock's face, and then it's still the Rock
You spray
underneath.
painted him with like silver paint.
Yeah, exactly.
I want everybody to be like, well, who could this be under the mask? Who could it be? And it's just like clearly The Rock.
like a
clearly
very
still The
Clark
Rock.
Kent, like put glasses on, have
Yeah.
no idea who thing.
But I mean, I will say my original choice for that, I ultimately decided on The Rock. My original choice was actually going to be Jared Leto, because
Stop right now.
Dr. Doom apparently gets away with diplomatic immunity all the time. And who's the most annoying person ever? Jared Leto, who would also probably use diplomatic immunity
See-
to get away with things. But it's The Rock.
That's the angle I took.
I was gonna say that's real close to what you were thinking, Pat.
And I was like, who else but the international man of mystery, Julian Assange? He's just hiding out in that
Interesting.
fucking embassy. That's what he does. He's the fucking ruler of his own country. Except, like, if Dr. Doom, like, shits in a bathroom and doesn't clean it up, or like skateboards down the hallway, he's not in danger of someone kicking him out of his own castle.
But in mine, just because it's John Cena and The Rock going head to head, I want these two to settle it once and for all. Who's the better wrestler actor? So this may end with Dr. Doom winning in my version of the
I
story.
like it.
Mm-hmm.
That was good.
For $39.99 on pay-per-view this Sunday.
Sunday.
Danny, did you pick writer-director combo?
I did not pick it. I figured the director was set. However, my writer, I want to be George R.R. Martin to prevent this script from ever being finished, so that it'll never see the light of day.
I went with, for my writers, I went with Dan Harmon and Justin Roiland from Rick and Morty.
What a
Because I wanted to
choice.
be crazy sci-fi, and I kind of wanted to be a little bit of body horror, which I think the Josh Trank one tried to do. But I really wanted to be like really gross when they're discovering their powers. And for directors, my original choice was Edgar Wright, because I really like his kind of quick, fast-paced style. But I wound up going with the Coen brothers. Because were the Coen brothers? The Russo brothers, not the Coen brothers. That'd be weird.
The
Russo
Coen brothers.
That'd be then it'd be a very different movie. But the Russo brothers, because they worked with Dan Harmon on Community and Joel McHale, so I figured it'd be like a nice fit together. Story wise, Danny, did you pick out a story that you wanted to tell?
My story is just that The Rock is coming from. Also, he doesn't rule Latvia. He rules another place, Papua New Guinea, and so that's my little twist to it as well. So.
Small but significant, and here's
Small,
why.
but significant.
And here's
Danger of
why.
Papua New Guinea.
Yes.
So, Dr. Doom visits America because he wants to, see what American culture is, and then very much just he's then actually living with the Fantastic Four, like with them. They're getting along fine, and then he just really overstays his welcome, and eventually, like they're like, all right, I think like you gotta go, like you ate all the Cheez-Its like for the 8th night in a row, like it's time for you to leave, and they get into a big fight because he refuses to leave.
Sounds like
that's
a
my
very
story.
sounds like a very intimate, down to earth,
Yeah.
grounded tale, and that's that's really what I appreciate in my comic book
Danny,
movies
Really
is
get no
realism.
human emotion.
Yeah.
Danny,
Like, it's
I
a
don't want to.
human
I don't want to nitpick, but I feel like that'd be better for a mini series than for a movie.
Mm,
I feel like that'd be great for like almost like Falcon Winter Soldier, 6 episodes. But I respect it.
Yeah, yeah, I get it. I get it.
So-
but what's your story, Nick?
My story is I had trouble. My main thing was, like I said, I think Doctor Doom is a way more interesting character than the Fantastic Four. So I kind of wanted to make him the lead character and just follow. And I think I wanted to use the blip as a jumping off point because like what we're seeing with Falcon Winter Soldier with the GRC and everybody's kind of repatriating. So I wanted to see how that would affect Latveria and Doctor Doom, and just have him follow his journey and have the Fantastic Four kind of just be in the background.
no
That's really
no
interesting.
commentary on immigration from the Doctor Doom angle.
Oh, there would be a commentary. I'm just saying it would be told from his point of view rather than a Reed Richards.
So you
or-
want him to be like a tragic villain.
Yeah, I mean, of all the they did a great job with Thanos making his goals, making his goals, relatable. So I kind of want to make Doctor Doom similar on a smaller scale. Like, oh, I get why he's a bad guy. He's doing it for the right reasons.
Yeah, I mean,
Is he
I knew
really
nothing
that
about
guy?
the character, but just reading about him like a little bit, I was like, I feel like I would actually like this guy,
Yeah.
like him as like a real villain.
His
Rock would do a
people,
great
his
job.
subjects love him.
And God damn it, he will try. All
All
right.
right, so what?
So
what is
actually,
this? Is
just
this- do you guys
so-
pick a winner? Or are we just gonna keep rolling? Does it matter?
I'm gonna say.
I feel
all
like
right,
they're
to,
both
to
winners.
the audience.
They're both
Text-
winners in their own right.
Text 96520 and put hashtag Nick or hashtag Danny who you think the winner is.
What is this, American Idol?
Oh, that fucking song. All right. So, actually, I had some trivia on Fantastic Four in general.
That's not gonna give you extra points.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. Like, here's some little fun facts from Pat. Fun facts, everyone. First thing, John Watts is he's directing the new Fantastic Four. I think we went over that. He's doing all the Spider-Man ones. He's doing the multiverse one right now. So it makes sense, maybe multiverse jumping off point. The Fantastic Four movies in general, historically and infamously, have no good movies. They're none of quality at all. I don't.
Correct.
That's a fact. It's
That
not
is-
an opinion.
That is not something that
This
is
is
to be
trivia.
discussed other than the fact that it
until
is trash.
Nick and mine's Fantastic Fours come out in 2 separate universes.
Yeah, it's gonna
Uh,
be like Danny's is gonna be the Sony and mine is gonna be the MCU version.
And then so these movies actually pretty much killed everyone's careers who were involved, like right on the spot. Like I know
Except for Chris Evans.
except for Chris Evans. And the funny part about that is that same logic can be applied to the second time they tried this, besides for Miles Teller. And both times the MCU saved the Human Torch and made them better characters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan became one of the best villains, and Chris Evans became one of the
Oh my
best
God.
heroes.
God, he was the Human Torch.
Yeah. So, like I said,
How
fun little
significant.
facts. All right. So moving on though, but hey, I'll listen. Those are pretty good choices. I think Burke did a lot of footwork on this, and me, I did not a lot of footwork on this. So,
I mean, if you want to call it footwork, I've been
all right,
really
Burke.
so
Seeing as you seem way more prepared, would you like me to go first and give a small reason why I chose this person, and then you can go, and you can,
I think that's the best. I think if
Okay.
you'd like
all right.
to go
I
first.
think. All right. We're gonna do it. Okay. So for Magneto,
No
I-
pressure.
which was our first choice. You guys kind of had a set roster. We could pick from everybody, but we picked the
Oh,
5 pretty
wait,
much
Pat.
most famous. What?
Can I ask you to slightly change your order?
Why?
Like, can I
okay.
ask you to?
Which one? All right. Which one do you want to go first?
Could you go first with Professor X?
Oh shit! All right, this kind of ruins my joke, but whatever, it's fine.
Oh no, do your joke.
No, it's fine.
Maybe-
It's kind of a long setup anyway. I'll just do it. So for now, remember, I chose my cast of what do I want to see on screen. You know what representation of these characters do I want to see? So first up for Professor X, without a doubt, the first guy I thought of, Stephen Hawking. Like, there's no better person to play Professor X
All right.
and Stephen Hawking.
Before he says
That's
it, I'm
great.
gonna respond to your brother Mike and say yes, we know he's dead as well.
Wait, is my brother listening?
No, that's my brother. That's my brother.
Oh.
Oh yeah, Mike Naparano.
So yeah, like I said, Stephen Hawking, he's a great pick. First of all, this segment is sponsored by Intel, kind of like how Stephen Hawking's powered by Intel. And listen, he was a go-getter in life. So was Professor X. He didn't let his illness hold him back and reach for the stars. So, you know, he'd be the perfect person to embody that role.
Dude,
Stephen Hawking
he
an actor?
discovered the stars.
Pat, I considered doing Eddie Redmayne actually, literally for that same reason. Because I was like, okay, all right, who can I pick with that? But I have some fun backgrounds that, let's see, I believe they should work. So we're gonna do Professor X first. I went with
Ikut Yelnats.
Oh yeah.
Oh, is
It
As
too
X-
Yelnads.
is it backwards for y'all?
It is backwards.
Yeah, backwards, yeah.
I don't know if it'll be backwards on the show though.
It's interesting because it's backwards for me because I had to, but then I flipped it and.
Why don't you
know
just-
what? Bullet number one.
why don't you just flip your
already
camera?
bald.
Already bald. So here, I've reflipped it. If it's a
And
little
a
bit
great
easier.
character actor.
Is
He's
it
the
flipped
only
now
guy to
again,
say
or-
fuck in a
Zaddy
Transformers.
Oh wait. We could see it briefly. It went
Oh,
away.
go back.
Okay, hold on.
There you go.
All right.
There we go.
All right. So Stanley Tucci. I mean, you love him. He's been in a bunch of films. He's already bald. He doesn't have to shave his head. Professor X down.
Facts.
Number 2, Zaddy vibes. Professor X is kind of like a dad. We got some real fashion forward, kind of like real good at cooking, masculine, but in touch with his feminine side, and who doesn't love that?
Facts.
And also a versatile actor who can play several types of roles, dramatic to comedic.
Yeah, I think my favorite series he's in is when he was in 2 Transformers movies in a row, but he played 2 different characters. And they
That's
thought
just how versatile
and they
he
thought
is.
we wouldn't
yeah.
notice. But guess what, Stanley Tucci? We noticed. Okay.
Dude, I'm a
We
big
know-
member of the Tucci gang, so I love this.
Nice.
you and I have very different lists, Burke. You and I have
We have very
very
different lists.
different lists.
Just
All
wait
right.
for it.
Which one do you want to do next?
Let's go with your
Okay, so my Magneto, I wasn't totally sold on, right? Like I didn't know who to pick, honestly. And before I went the rest of the way with my list, I originally put down Denzel Washington. Although
About it.
He'd be
About
great.
it.
in the
would love
context
that,
of
honestly.
Magneto, I don't know how that would work. You'd really have to rewrite a lot of Magneto's backstory and Charles Xavier's backstory for that matter too. So then when I rewrote the rest of my list, I crossed that out and I put Julian Assange. But then after after I wrote that, I was like, he'd be a better Doctor Doom. I'm just gonna say that, and then we started. So yeah, I'm gonna go back to my original Denzel Washington. Change the character. Okay, he can do it.
Well, so
Okay.
I'm glad you said so because what I've always wanted it's like the farther we're moving away from, the original history of these characters, the harder and harder it is to work in their original backstories when it has, it's like Magneto's backstory is the Holocaust. It's like, how are you going to, the character's just going to be fucking 100 years old. So the original analogs for the characters, they're based on Malcolm X and Martin Luther King Jr., who better than fucking, Denzel, who's already played Malcolm X.
That's a very insightful perspective, actually.
Yeah, actually,
I don't-
I didn't mean
I
for that
like
to
that
happen
choice.
either. So
Damn.
so yeah, there's my Magneto. Everyone, hooray! Oh, and why I think he would be great, actually.
Mike, what the fuck? I was on board. And you do me dirty like this.
Larry boy.
Oh, incredible choice.
That is
Oh my god.
literally
So-
the greatest choice you could have made. I love, you know me, I'm a sucker for crudely photoshopped images.
Oh my god.
The
Out
funny
of
thing
left
is, I
field,
didn't even
Larry
Photoshop. I did not Photoshop that bottom image. That was found on Google.
Wow. Someone really wants this.
So I mean, Magneto being played by Larry the Cucumber from VeggieTales, but more specifically his superhero persona, Larry Boy. So he's already got a trilogy of superhero movies. This man has a background in playing a character as a superhero. We've got the religious undertones of the character, which he can just tap right into those and really relate to Magneto's backstory.
Mhm,
It's like a pipeline. You can just get right to it.
mhm.
He's clearly evil. I mean, I think everybody can agree on that.
Yeah.
And
There's something sus under the surface there.
Yeah.
See that
like,
bulge.
Mhm.
and
Why did they give Larry Boy a bulge?
he's got the cool headwear already. Like,
Wow.
Yeah.
You and I have a
I like
very
this
different
new take
definition
on
of the word
Magneto's
cool.
headwear, too.
thank you. I think it's very important that we don't just go for traditional roles, because to Nick's point, you gotta, expand and
You gotta
adapt.
update with the times.
Mhm.
I think Details is on the way for a comeback.
And
I'm calling it now.
Veggietales on the way for a comeback. Anyway, next up, what do you want me to read, Burke?
The rest of the order doesn't matter too much.
Oh, the rest of the order doesn't matter too much. That's what you're saying?
The main point is I wanted to start off with like a semi
Okay.
acceptable choice and then pitch all with the
I'm really disappointed that I spent so
Whomever.
much time picking the right cast.
All right.
I spent way
I
too much
mean,
time and
I-
thought on
I
this.
think
You did.
I've picked the right cast as well.
Oh yeah, I think you did. I think I made
Yeah.
a big mistake.
Okay. All right. You guys ready for my next one?
Go
So
for it.
obviously, can't have a mutants movie about the X-Men without the leader of the X-Men. And so of course,
Good Will Hunting.
yeah, it's Good Will Hunting. So of course,
Affleck's
our
good.
next character is Cyclops, and like I can't think of a more level-headed human being, somebody who has great instincts, somebody who really just gets to the chase and gets the work done. And there's nothing else
Can I
really
wager a
about
guess
this.
before you say it.
No. There's nothing really. There's nothing else about this person that would make me want to cast them other than the content of their character. And that's Dan Crenshaw. He would make a great Cyclops. You know what I'm saying? And there's no other reason other than the fact that he's just a good person. I can't think of anything. Nothing on his face. Like, no. There's why? What's so funny is there's something I'm missing.
No, you're right. You're right. He's got it the same
Come on, man.
center as Cyclops.
You know what I'm
That's a great
saying?
choice.
Really level-headed. He's a good-looking dude. I mean, unless there's something you guys think I should know that I'm missing about him that would like be unironic.
We already saw from that Twitter video. He does his own stunts. He can already jump out of a plane.
Oh, we
on
saw
his own
that.
already.
That's right.
That's
That's
he
right.
can do his,
I think
his own
he
stunts.
should-
I think this is great.
So-
He probably shares like the same depth perspective and whatnot as Cyclops.
That's true. That's
So
wait. Is there any particular reason why though?
I just think they're really alike characters morally.
Yeah, I don't
Like,
know why.
visually,
like, I just feel it.
morally,
I just feel it. You know.
So I was just to put it out there, I was gonna guess. I was gonna guess.
Oh my
LeVar
God,
Burton.
he has one eye.
I was
Oh,
gonna
I'm
guess
an
LeVar
asshole.
Burton to bring back his headwear from Star Trek.
Oh, yeah, Pat. Apparently, a quick Google search has led me to find out that this man has a one eye. therefore
Oh
making him
no,
a-
I'm a
Wow.
piece of
Go
shit.
Coinky Dink.
Who saw that coming? Not Dan
Wow.
Crenshaw, that's for sure. Okay. So
Oh my god. God.
So, yo, listen, they made fun of him on SNL, and I saw him on Rogan, and he took it like a champ. Anyway, so Perk, who would your Cyclops be?
All right. So
That should be Dan Crenshaw's next campaign slogan. Who do you want your Cyclops to be?
do you like X-Men?
Okay. All right.
So,
All right, Perk, you tell me.
With the character of Cyclops is always this, like, whenever I picture him, I picture this like preppy, buttoned up, like, Connecticut like type of guy who's super, just really by the book, and I'm getting bored with that
Country club
character. Yeah, country club guy. So I'm going with Harry Styles.
Wow,
it.
what a choice.
So
Very nice.
Let's face
I'd love
it.
to see Cyclops in pearls.
yeah, right. Look, I'm going with the motto: less by the book, more by the look. We're tired of this generic white dude playing Cyclops. I do not need another interchangeable Hollywood man in here.
You don't talk
as I
about
was
James
searching
Marsden like that, you piece of shit. All right, keep going.
Tell me he's not an interchangeable Hollywood generic man.
I almost picked James Marsden, but then I realized again he was 49 years old.
And he was Cyclops.
Yeah,
And he
I
also
forgot
looks
about it.
like- So I mean, I actually thought as I was looking at pictures of him, this is clearly Photoshop, but it's just like a visualization for you guys to help realize the lasers coming out of his eyes.
Can you do sound effects to help me visualize it?
It's exactly that.
Wow, I really hear it now.
And I was realizing, I was like, oh, he would probably like this, jacket combo and everything that he's got going on. He would look just great as Gambit. But no, we got to throw him into a central role because he's too big of a name. You can't just like sideline him as Gambit.
Well, I mean, he was in
And-
Dunkirk, and he played somebody that
Yeah.
I'm not even sure which one he was. I actually don't,
No.
I can't tell him apart from anybody else.
No clue. Couldn't even
Well,
tell you what any of
yeah.
his lines were.
Yeah, I don't know which one he was.
That's what I'm saying. We need to put him in a more central role so you can remember who he is. And I also put as my last point, maybe Jean Grey would like him more. Because
Oh, maybe.
he's not going to like Harry Styles.
Can I get the sound effect one more time?
Pajong!
Holy
Maybe
shit,
that
dude.
might have been what I did.
I had to duck. I didn't know what that was.
Careful, man. Careful now.
All right. So, next on our list, and look, it's important to have a diverse cast, okay? There's a wealth of diversity in these characters, and it's important that you
2021.
bring that to the silver screen. So, I can't think of a better person to play Storm in the X-Men than Omarosa. I mean, really, who else
Yes.
could it be? You know?
Yes.
She did great on Big Brother. She got kicked out of the White House. You know, where else is she gonna go?
That's a great choice. I can't think of anyone. I can only think of one person better. Burke, I'm gonna let you go before I do my choice of Storm. I'm just gonna interject myself into Storm here. But no, I think Omarosa is a great choice. It's incredible.
I think it's
Absolutely
a
incredible.
fantastic choice.
She lives the role.
I think it's funnier on. No one thinks this is a joke.
It's not a
It's a
joke.
joke, Pat?
It's very serious. I
Is it-
love how you also went political 2 times in a row.
Well, Dan Crenshaw,
Had
I
CNN
mean,
on as he was
I mean,
doing
I mean,
this.
the whole thing with Dan Crenshaw was just that, like, I watched him on Rogan this week, so that was. But I wrote Omarosa first,
He's topical.
and I thought about that. So, but keep going. Burke, you're up.
All right, I'll flip. Similar kind of mentality with Pat, where it's important to have a diverse cast, and it's important to try and get more people interacted with these films. Because let's face it, like we'd all go see the next X-Men movie, but like, would your like trendy friend maybe go see it? So I'm like, let's up the marketability, and I'm gonna pick Janelle Monáe as
Okay.
my Storm.
I like it.
So
Okay.
obvious choice. Her second album is titled The Electric Lady, so it's topical. She's a sextuple threat. She's a dancer, she's an actress, she's a rapper, she's a singer, she's a writer, she's a producer. She can do anything. And also she's clearly already been in a couple movies like Moonlight and Hidden Figures. I want to see her pull like that 80s punk style of Storm, where it was kind of like a
With,
little
like,
bit more of the
the-
revolutionary, like
Yeah.
pushing the boundary. And like, look, I found 2 pictures. One, she already has some of that white hair action going on, and 2, she's floating in the second picture. Which
So
Right,
like
I
you,
can
lie.
so
slide over.
Your
I can't
head's,
see the
your
other
head's
picture.
blocking it. She is
Okay.
floating. That's fun.
So, I mean, from what I understand, she's been telling us that she's Storm
All along.
already, and we've just been blind to that. So,
you don't want Omarosa then?
I mean, after hearing that,
For Storm, I would have went RuPaul. I feel like RuPaul
oh,
That
would
is
make
a
an
good
excellent Storm.
fucking choice.
Mhm.
good choice.
A beautiful choice. You get all the what's it called, Drag Race fans to go to the movie.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think.
We had a similar kind of approach to that, and like expanding that audience.
Exactly.
All right. So obviously we got one last X-Men on our list,
X-Man.
and like who else were we gonna put on the list? And we thought maybe Beast, nah. Nightcrawler, nah. And then we wanted to stay away from this character, but also like it's gonna happen eventually. So why would we not talk about Wolverine? Am I right? They're gonna
Mhm.
recast, not in this first one, but I say sequel. They do it, right?
Eventually, they have to bring
And
him.
for me, Jesse Ventura. I can't think of a better guy to play Wolverine.
Mhm.
Just a hairy bald guy on a
Interesting.
motorcycle in a leather jacket out in the woods screaming about stuff.
He stole my valor.
What was that
Give
show?
me back my valor.
What was that show he had?
It
9/11
was
was an
invest-
inside job.
Investigative. It was something investigations with Jesse Ventura.
Right, and they
He was
were
like, I'm an
any-
American taxpayer. I can stand here if I want to.
they were
Ventura smash.
they were anything but investigatory. They were literally anything but investigatory.
Was it conspiracy theory? It might have been conspiracy.
Oh, it
theories
was
with Jesse
definitely
Ventura.
conspiracy theory. I think there you go. That's
Oh
my
my
Wolverine, ladies and
God.
gentlemen. I can't think of a better
Your new
choice.
Wolverine with all of his stolen valor. Actually, that's the movie. He's trying to get back his stolen valor.
That's right.
Stolen.
When I was in the Weapons X program, they stole my valor.
They
Exactly.
stole my valor.
He's got the background. It's already happened. Wolverine had his memory stolen. You guys, so did Jesse Ventura. All right,
That's
and
true.
we need to
Chris
see
Kyle
his.
took that from
We
him.
need to see his truth. Okay, we need to see
We
his truth.
They
So
don't even tell him he's acting in this film.
they just put a camera on
That's
him.
how it goes.
He just puts butter knives between his fingers and threatens homeless people.
Stay away from me.
Give me back my valor.
Give me back my valor. All right, Burke, you're
Sir,
up.
you gave me a quarter. All right. So for my last and final pick, I took Pat's vein similarly, and I went with the older style of Wolverine, and I've done Shred Danson,
Shred dancing.
who is a massively jacked, buff Ted Danson. You know, coming back, was in Cheers for all those years, came on The Good Place, is making his resurgence. So Wolverine is old. You know, we know that Wolverine himself is like a 200-year-old man, fought in a bunch of wars, has that depth and that just deep sorrow that I really think Ted's age and acting credibility can bring that level of gravitas.
But can
Also-
can Ted get ripped though, Burke?
Also, I think he can bulk up. I think he can bulk up seriously.
Honestly.
If Chris Pratt could do it, then so could he. Chris Pratt, fat guy, Parks and Rec. Couple years later, boom, Star-Lord.
Yeah,
So
Ted
we can get
Danson's
whoever did the
already
same
thin.
thing.
He's just got to put
Yeah,
on some
but dude,
muscle.
Jesse Ventura is already the peak of human physical condition. Okay, he was
Very true.
also
That's
considered for
true.
the role of Captain America. So you know
He is Jesse the Body Ventura.
that's
So,
true. That's what they call
That's
him.
true.
And
To-
he was the governor of Minnesota.
And as the governor of Minnesota. All right. Anyway,
So, I mean,
And he
yeah,
ran with the Mongols.
to Nick's point, he's already got his shredding down. It's bulking season for Ted Danson.
A lot of chicken breast.
Lot of chicken.
tell me that face doesn't look like fucking Wolverine's face.
The man looks like an actual Wolverine. Is the thing. Like,
Honestly, if Wolverine was a real person,
That's what he would look like. You know?
Just horrible.
Isn't that the bad
200
guy
years
from
of getting shit on.
fucking Game of Thrones?
Oh, Walder Frey.
I don't know. I've never
Looks
watched
like
Game
him.
of Thrones, but I think that's the White Walker dude.
it looks like him. My last point is just, he can already ride a motorcycle, which is, that's
is
just
it?
kind
What is
Dude,
that
you
about?
don't
Cool as
think
fuck.
Jesse Ventura can ride a motorcycle, bro? He
Dude,
invented the motorcycle. They stole that from him
of
too.
he is the
No. When Jesse Ventura left office, or when he, was no longer governor of Minnesota, he rode on his motorcycle from the top of Minnesota to the bottom of Minnesota. He just went straight ride. He knows how to ride a motorcycle. He ran with the Mongol gang when he was living in California. Jesse Ventura can do it. I feel like
Okay.
he could pull it off.
I like that we both took ridiculously old men as Wolverine.
Well,
However, I
yes.
do like the gravitas that Ted Danson would bring. Jesse Ventura. there's
Danny,
no
don't be so
gravitas.
fucking disrespectful. It's
No
Shred
con.
dancing, okay?
Shred dancing.
Yeah, it's
Dread
Dread
Dance.
Dance.
All right.
All right.
So
Sorry.
just some quick trivia about the X-Men. The movies are hit and miss overall. I feel like every one good one, there's like 1.5 bad ones.
Pat, that's
I
not
really-
trivia.
I
This is
really-
not trivia.
I really like your trivia.
That's an
It's just
opinion.
editorializing. Yeah.
Here's a little
Uh,
You're
trivia.
just
They
Spanish Tucker
fucking suck.
Carlson.
Here's some fucking trivia for you, you piece of shit. Stop
Well, to be fair,
making
you did
these.
say-
Stop.
You did say it's Pat's trivia. So.
Yeah, true. Hugh Jackman is consistently the best thing about them, even the ones that he's not in.
Pat,
Trivia
I'm
piece
gonna
number
kick-
2.
I'm
Hugh
gonna kick you
Jackman
from
is
the
the
call.
best.
If you don't give me one piece of real trivia, I'm gonna remove you from this goddamn call.
Okay, all right. I'll give you
Fine.
one piece of real trivia.
Fact-checking.
The last one of these movies came out to absolutely no fanfare. No one gave a shit. It barely
No,
made
you don't have
money.
any numbers or anything.
20
No
million.
statistics.
That's all it made was 20 million on its opening weekend, and it fucking made nothing after that.
Which one is this? Are you talking about from the trilogy or the last movie they released?
Dark Phoenix.
Dark Phoenix.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
okay.
last one they made. Nobody gave a shit.
Was that was after? Oh, I guess it was.
Oh,
What
I
year
guess
was
New
that?
Mutants is the last one they did. That one
Well,
sucked
that
too.
also was to no fanfare.
Yeah.
Also, yeah.
Yeah. But okay, so there you go. There's some real trivia for you.
There's some real
You're-
cool
but
hard
Pat-
facts right there.
Pat, by
you were
the
up
skin of
finish
your
device.
teeth. The skin of your
Okay.
teeth.
All right.
He
Well,
pulled out box office numbers. He's able to slide.
I'm too quick for you motherfuckers. I like that angle of trivia. Maybe that's how we'll do trivia from now on. I'll just write my subjective opinion.
You
Right.
like that?
All I'm
Fun
gonna,
fact.
all I'm
They
gonna say
suck
is,
ass.
all I'm gonna say is, I really think I missed the boat on the casting call here, but I still think my cast would be pretty fucking good.
Yeah, I think everyone's would be pretty solid all around.
Yeah,
I would-
I really wanted to see Professor X as a cucumber.
No, that's
It's Magneto.
Magneto.
Yeah, my mistake.
Back. This goes back. I want Guillermo del Toro to direct this because I want him to create a very lifelike looking Larry Boy.
Oh, writers for me, Nick's favorite combo: Lawrence Kasdan and J.J. Abrams. That's it for me. That's
Boom.
Is JJ gonna direct?
of course.
And he's also writing.
No, Lawrence Kasdan is writing.
Okay, I'm fine with that. As long as JJ doesn't write a fucking word. I'm
Well,
fine.
Lawrence Kasdan also wrote Rise of Skywalker, so you know,
All right. He also wrote Empire. So,
and Indiana Jones. So yeah, no, fair enough.
Yeah, he's got nothing to prove.
He's got it.
He's also fucking 100 years old at this point.
I like the way you put that. Fucking 100 years old. All right. We're moving on to Pick a Thing. Ladies and gentlemen, this new segment that we have, which, by the way, there will be getting a jingle this week, you guys. We're going to start working on a jingle for this. Pick a Thing.
It's got to be yodeling. It has to be yodeling.
To the
Basically,
price of
everyone
radio
picks
play.
everyone picks a thing that they've been watching, reading, I don't know, whatever media they're consuming that pertains to whatever this show is supposed to be at this
I
point.
mean, we're off the rails at this point.
And talks about it. So I'll try to keep us on the rails. I'll go first. I've been playing Assassin's Creed Origins, and I have some trivia. No,
It's fucking
God
awesome.
damn.
okay.
Pat, you have a short leash. You have
I
a
have-
very short leash.
No, I just wrote 3 bullet points down. I just wrote, I don't care about the story. I love the gameplay. And then I wrote, it's giving me the dopamine hits I require. So there you go. If you like that, try it out. Assassin's Creed
It
Origins.
keeps me going through the day.
I played Odyssey first, and then I played the Viking Valhalla one, and that one is, that's rough. And then I went back to this one, which was the first in this new trilogy, and it's actually a lot of fun. So
Fun piece of trivia. Pat thinks the Valhalla one is a little rough.
Danny does trivia about my trivia, which is not trivia.
Nick and I just drink.
All right, so who wants to go next?
I'll go next. Oh. I'll go next.
You guys
Danny,
just go at the
please
same
go.
time.
Yeah, you guys should really just talk over each other. That would be great.
All the time.
All right, Danny,
All right.
you go first.
All right. I'm playing Red Dead Redemption 2 again. Which, I mean, the first time I played it, it was magical. I did high honor. I probably explored every nook and cranny of the game while I was playing it. It took me like 3 months to finish it. So I'm replaying it now, and I'm gonna be a total asshole on this playthrough. Like, there's people trapped under horses. I get them out of the horse, and then I just shoot them where they stand. I'm robbing everybody I can possibly rob, and I have no regrets. But I forgot just how beautiful
How many
the
bounties
game
are you
was.
fucking fighting off with that play
Oh,
style?
dude, I'm up to like 250 right now. I'm at the point where they're starting to like set up traps on the road as I'm as I'm going like on the road, a tree just falls in front of me, and then a group of 10 bounty hunters just come out and try and take me down. It makes the game really challenging.
Oh my god,
when
that's
you
awesome.
have it's legit.
That's so
However,
cool.
I did get the rage quits the other day when I was in the middle of nowhere.
Is that what they call that now? I came down with a case of the rage quits.
I got a case of the rage quits.
Some of those RQs.
Yeah, when I was just in the middle of nowhere and my horse just fell off of a rock and died promptly, and so I had to carry my saddle back to a town where I had to then kill someone for a horse because I didn't have enough money for a horse, and then that spiked up my bounty again. But great time being back. As soon as I took control of Arthur Morgan again, the main protagonist, it was like an emotional experience. It was like being back like with an old friend. So this is the emotional journey that I've been on.
Danny,
Yeah.
I do want to say how you're playing this game right now is just the standard playthrough of Rust.
Well, I feel like then I'd fit in on Rust.
That's what
I
I'm
really
saying.
We're
You gotta-
we're waiting.
You gotta build that computer, and you gotta come in. Look, show everybody your computer right now.
Here's my computer. Here it is.
There it is.
Right there. There's part number 1.
Oh man,
So
But
many
yeah,
more
so
to go.
that's my thing.
nice.
All right. Burke, you're up.
I'll pop onto mine. I was looking for something to watch the other day, and this popped up on Netflix for me. And it's a quick. It's called The Way of the House Husband, and it's like a quick little anime where like they're 20-minute episodes and there are only 6 of them, but it is drop dead hysterical. So the main character is this dude who was like this Yakuza crime boss, and he just like gave up that life to be a house husband. It's like, but everything is super like dramatically over the top. Like he'll just go to the store and like be shopping for vegetables or something, but they do it in like a very over the top anime style of like where everything is massively like, you know, quick shots and quick cuts and everything, and just way more like shaky intense than it needs to be. And at the end of the thing, he just buys like some lettuce. The whole thing is just massively subverting every thought that you have about it. And it's just like stupid TV. If you have an hour, you'll be done in an hour. Like I say,
I'm looking
Wait,
this up
what's it
right
called
now.
again?
I'm very interested in
it's called
that.
The Way of the House Husband. It's
I'm looking this up.
there's like 6 episodes. It's on Netflix. They're 20 minutes each.
Ooh.
And they have like the like 20-minute episodes are almost like subdivided into like little 5-minute segments too. So it is massively like you just watch it and you're like are just cracking the hell up the whole time. Check it out.
Mine is also my thing is also about kind of like garbage TV. I don't I like I'm not to say that your pick is garbage, but
I'll call it that. It's like that mindless TV.
I was hardcore anti-garbage TV, and I'm like, I only watch stuff that I have to invest in. And then recently, Alexis, when she'll be working or working out, she'll throw on RuPaul's Drag Race. And I've just been, like I'll finish up work and go sit down, and holy shit, I can't tell you how fucking into it I've gotten. I never thought a day in my life I would be into it, but now every night I go and watch it with her, and I just want to say season 7 is the worst fucking group. I was just so disappointed. I last night I sat down and watched 5 episodes from like 8 p.m. until 1 o'clock in the morning just because I wanted the season to be over so badly.
Oh my god!
Like this
You
group,
weren't willing to skip it.
I was.
You were
I
not
needed.
willing to skip
I
it.
needed to see how it played out, but I like. I just wanted to be done with it.
I like.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Katya?
I like Katya, but for the most, I would say like most of the season is dead weight, except for maybe 5 or 6 of the cast. Yeah, that's my thing. Is season 7 of Drag Race is worthless.
I feel like garbage
I
TV
will say, I hear.
is the same as like any other drug.
Oh yeah.
Like,
oh yeah.
So I'll put it to you like this. I watched I watched was it Before the 90 Days, whatever, with the guy with the fucking mayo in his hair.
Yeah.
I watched that
Extra
whole
mayo, Chris.
season of that shit. Extra mayo. I watched that whole season of that show, right? Could not stop. And I could not believe how invested I was. More importantly, I would think like as these characters, and I'd be like, oh wait, all these people fucking suck. They like this one guy going all the way to fucking Ukraine and like 6 hours into some village. It was just too much, right? Either way though, after that season, I watched that. I haven't gone back, but I know there's people who like now crave junk TV who are just like, this is great. Like it's not consequential. You know what I mean? Like,
Nope.
you're not emotionally invested is the best way to put it.
Whenever I go over Katie's, like they always have Below Deck on, that's the show on Bravo just about the people that work on yachts.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. You just shut your brain off for like 3 episodes, and it's just incredible. These people are just so stupid.
Another really good
shit,
junk
okay.
TV, and then I'll stop here. Is 60 Days In, which is also on Netflix, I believe. But it's they basically like take these random people and put them in prison to help infiltrate gangs or like criminal activity and everything. And like some of the people have been in prison before. Other people are like, a cop or someone else. It's just, but they put these people in prison and just film the whole thing, and it's ridiculous.
That sounds awesome.
This one dude like reverted back to his prison days and like almost started running a gang. And they would have to, like,
Holy shit.
cut him out of it.
It's definitely not what you want to hear. Oh my god. Motherfucker, I would run 6th grade. All right, anyway. Clip of the week.
Oh yeah, it's the clip of the week. Oh, it's the clip of the week. It's the clip of the week.
All right. How are we looking for this week?
This is a short
Dash
one.
cam. It's a dash.
It's a
cam.
short one, but it's a great one.
Okay, let's do it. This is from you, Danny, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's do it. Oh shit!
What?
Oh fuck! Oh my god!
I need to see that again. Too
Oh
much just happened all.
It's choppy, but a turkey vulture.
I was gonna
flew in-
say.
I didn't see the right frame. Oh my god, it's in there.
The sound is so satisfying.
The fact that like like I know turkey buzzards and everything are big, but I didn't think that would like smash, penetrate, and survive. a
Dude,
windshield
those-
crash.
Dude,
That's
those
the
things
biggest
bring
thing.
down
Like,
fucking
that sounds like
planes.
something that somebody would say at Bar A in the summer, like smash, penetrate, and survive.
Sure.
Wait,
Let's
uh,
make t-shirts.
Burke,
Come
have
into
you
our-
ever heard of the fucking, what is it, Miracle on the Hudson? The Sully Sullenberger story? Birds
That
flew in
man's
the
not a
engine. That man's not a hero.
Turkey Turkenberger.
We'll die on this hill. That man is not a hero.
He just did his job.
Just did his
Look at
job.
this though. Like right there. You see the feathers and see
And,
it's
this, and watch the driver. Pay close attention to the driver. This is nothing more than a nuisance for him.
He just got pelted with glass, like broken glass.
And
Smashed
look,
all
he's
over
just
him.
like he's literally just bringing his arm over,
But
just
do-
like
but do you see
fine.
look at the left frame after
Yeah.
look at the left frame after the turkey hits. Oh, we're drifting. We're drifting.
That dude does a phenomenal job of like staying in lanes. He just
Abs-
moves over one lane.
Also, his
that is a-
walkie-talkie, just like swinging
That is a-
around.
Truck driver right there.
Dude, this guy's a fuck driver. Never mind, truck driver.
Is that his? What's this chart underneath? Is that his speed? Okay, his
Oh,
speed,
For
limit.
speed limit.
G-forces.
forward,
Oh.
backwards.
the
Yeah,
worst
so I mean, this
part
is
of-
like some technology that I guess just
Smart drive. You guys
Smart
can't
drive.
see it.
Smart
Smart drive.
Smart drive. Yeah.
Look,
helps
his
keep 'em
safety
safe.
score is
Collision with
85.
animals, 0 points.
His safety score is 85 out of 100. So I guess that's good. I don't know what the bottom score could be. I don't know what they're grading off of. Let's see that hit one more time. Right.
It looked like he was aiming. That turkey was like, all right, here we go.
This is for my family.
Oh shit, that was great.
I mean, not only did he penetrate and survive, he penetrated at probably 65, 70 miles per hour into glass and still made it out.
Like a champ.
Dude, that bird is
I
hurting.
don't wanna-
I hope you know that. Like, if somebody gets that and eats that, that is a bruised bird. All right, like
Oh,
That
yeah.
meat
No,
is-
I
It's
don't want to know what the rest
tenderized.
of that bird's
Yeah.
day looks like.
that. Oh man, that's fucked up.
That's true. That
Whew.
bird,
Honey, you would not believe what happened.
the day that I had.
A
It's
fucking
the living.
bird flew through the window.
Oh, I thought this
No,
voice
I
was
was
the
being
turkey.
the bird. Yeah, I'm the bird. He goes back home and he's like, "You
His-
would not believe the day I had."
His wife is like pecking out glass.
You
Oh,
see
man.
this?
Look at that.
There I was practicing my flight in the middle of the freeway in a fucking 18-wheeler.
Came out of
The
nowhere.
The concept that the bird understands what a freeway and an 18-wheeler is. Yeah,
Well, he's got a wife that's picking glass out of his feathery ass, so all right. Enough with all these limericks. All right. Well, thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in tonight. It's been a good one, right? Everybody give yourselves a round of applause. It's a good one. It's good to remember. Remember to like this video because that helps, or dislike it. It doesn't matter. It's just engagement. I mean, liking looks better. Don't get me wrong, but it doesn't matter for engagement. And if you like this, you can subscribe to our channel or share. Remember, the audio version of this, if you want to listen to it again because you're crazy, is on every major podcast network probably tomorrow. So, with that being said, thanks very much. I have been Pat. I don't know why I said it like that. With me, as always, is my
Word.
co-host,
Pat.
Dan Kilkenny, Nick McFly, Mike Burke, and Dan Crenshaw. So I'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.